Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Rawhides Car facility. It's been an awesome Adventure Days weekend. If you've never been to Adventure Days, you've got to come out. Now, I want to introduce you to my friend Owen. I met Owen, 10 years ago or so?
At least, yeah.
Crazy. At one of my first Adventure Days when I had a BMW. What we're here to talk about today is this spectacular machine in front of us. Owen, what number of motorcycle is this in California?
This is the first one known in California that's up and rolling, and it now has 250 miles on it. And I'm just sharing some riding impressions. Sweet. And shoot away at any questions you have. It's really a wonderful motorcycle.
So this is the brand new 2025 BMW R1300 GS Adventure. Now, what does Adventure mean? Like this versus the standard GS, what are we looking at?
So with the Adventure, you get the larger tank, a larger gross vehicle capacity to carry more things. You certainly, with the tank, you have distance. Right. And that's important. With a range of 300 to, depending on how you're driving, 300 to 350 miles, it eliminates those unneeded fuel stops.
Perfect. Now, you spent a couple hundred miles on this thing yesterday. How does this bike ride or feel different? What kind of creature comforts do you have on this machine that you don't have on your 1250?
The first thing you get is the windshield. Okay. This is a power windshield, which is an option on the motorcycle. Any of us that have been on the 1250 or the 1200 GSAs know that at speed you'll get some windshield flutter. This thing at speed with a prevalent crosswind, there was no movement of the windshield at all. That's awesome. And certainly they spent time in a wind tunnel because the aerodynamics on this are nice. It was a lot quieter.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, with music, yeah, music in my head, and just the way that, however, they did the aerodynamics around the rider. I just found it much quieter than my current 1250.
Okay. Now, as far as the motor goes, as far as feel of pull, of turning into corners, what type of things? So I know that they did something different that I learned about the other day. They moved where the gearbox sits.
Correct.
They put it underneath.
They put it underneath behind, which shortened the wheelbase just slightly, but it also lengthened the drive shaft. Nice. Really a smooth ride. Okay. I had a little bit of sand riding, and with the street tires, I was careful, but it motored through it. It just felt great.
So, what other intricacies of the motor feel did you notice while you're out there on the road?
The first thing I felt over everything else is the smoothness of the gearbox. The shifting is just so much different than my current bike, and that's probably why they moved the transmission to the bottom with the upcoming automatic shift assist and no clutch. I'm sure it all has something to do with it, but it just shifted like butter. And the engine pulls like a freight train. Certainly you can feel the added horsepower.
That's cool. Now, what about ergonomics? This one versus your previous motorcycle?
Ergos. This is stock. It's dialed in. I've certainly changed seats on mine and bar risers on mine, but just getting on it in the stock ergos, it's quite comfortable. I'm 5'10" with a 29-inch inseam. Also they've made some suspension changes. Okay. What they are exactly, I don't know, but it just feels really good.
Cool. Anything else that stood out to you while you were out there yesterday?
The electronic aids.
Oh.
Yeah, this has got the adaptive cruise, and I played with it a little bit as Tour, my colleague here from Long Beach, and this bike would sense his bike and just automatically back up and slow down, and it's got indicators in the mirrors.
What?
Yeah, dude. It's got indicators just giving you blind spots.
Wow. So if a car's coming up next to you, it'll sense
and if it's in your blind spot, it just lets you know it's there.
That's cool.
The other thing I really liked here was the fact that you can now get your phone
nice.
in the little box, and or you know, glasses or something like that. It's usable where the previous one wasn't quite as usable.
Beautiful. Aesthetically, visually, another thing that stands out is the new luggage mount rack system. This thing is beefy. And something else that I noticed when I was standing here the other day was there's a little port over here on this side. And what's this guy for?
You're going to have electrically controlled saddlebags.
So you slide your saddlebags on, it's going to touch this, and on the inside of the box,
you'll have a light, and the key fob will actually control auto locking.
What? That's cool. Neat. All right. Any other special tips and tricks or things that they've done on this machine that you'd like to share with us?
You know, tips and tricks. I think the best tip is to go to the dealer, go to your dealer, or come to ours, whatever's convenient.
Long Beach BMW.
Long
You're
Beach
a train
BMW
ride, a
motorcycles.
car ride, or a motorcycle ride away, you got to get down there and check it out.
Yeah, you know, as I'm looking, one other thing, and I know that it's probably not what it was intended for, but there's going to be luggage here on the side, but these little wings right here on the crash bars allow you to stretch your legs and put them forward.
Nice.
Which on the previous bikes you were unable to do. So certainly added to the comfort.
Well, this is Owen from Long Beach BMW. Thank you, Owen, for taking me out. I want to walk around this beautiful machine. If you guys have any questions about this bike, leave a comment down below, and I'll shoot them over to Owen, and he can answer them for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate you.
Right
Until
on.
next time, take care and ride safe. Now, before we go, let's take a quick look at this automatic windscreen, which I know is going to be a game changer for many of you.